Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I usually don't go down the political road with a lot of things just because, I've worked in the political scene for many years and, I just I'll give my opinion about some things here and there politically, but I am not completely well versed on everything that's happening in the Ukraine. I do know that it's a matter of territory. I know that there are many laws that have been broken even with this invasion and all of that. So I'm not going to dig too deep into that because I just feel like that's a whole other situation. But what really got to me is when war happens, and of course the U.S. has been at war. The war in Iraq, and Operation, what was it back in the 90s? It was Operation Storm, or whatever, Desert Storm. We're no stranger as a nation to these types of things. It's not something that we want. It's not something that you would wish on any country, whether they were friend or foe. But this is very hard. This is very tough. Crack of dawn this morning, and it's still early because it's just getting on 7 a.m. right now. But crack of dawn this morning, I see a video, I think the New York Times put it out, of a makeshift bomb shelter, a makeshift NICU in a bomb shelter, and all of these newborn babies. These babies look like they were born in the last 48 hours. And these are not just the newborn babies of this hospital. These are children with very serious issues, whether breathing, whether it's chromosome, whatever, physical ailment, there's many different things. The NICU, which is, intensive care unit for newborns. And I'm telling you, this war, this thing we know as war, doesn't work for anybody. These children, I don't know where the parents are. The area where they are was a major targeted area because, as I understand, there have been over 100, I believe over 100 strikes so far in the last, 24 hours. And it's just devastating. These little babies, this one baby was so tiny, you could barely see him or her. Just tiny. Ooh. Oh, Lord. There's always going to be conflict in life, in general. Even at this serious stage, there's always going to be conflict. But to resolve it in this type of manner, it doesn't work for anyone. Because these are innocent children who did not ask to be here. As a matter of fact, none of us asked to be here. Not me, not you, no one. We are all here because two people decided that they were going to get together and a child was conceived. But we did not ask to be here. Not one person walking this earth has asked to be born. And then to come into this wicked world with all of what is going on right now because of your agenda to claim back whatever. I keep saying I'm not going to go into the details of that because there's a whole lot of things that we know and there's a whole lot of things that we don't know. All I'm saying is war is never a good thing. It discards of literally, physically, civilians. Literally. That did not ask for this. Who just want to live their lives, get up every day, go to work, if they have an office job, tend to their farm, their cattle, whatever the case would be, because some of these areas are rural, where, people are farmers and people are carpenters and, physical laborers. And they are the toughest group when it comes to being hit with these sort of political things. They're the toughest group to climb up out of these sort of troubles. It's so hard for them already. Just living every day, it's hard for them. So to further take away what little livelihood they have, watching, and I gotta be honest with you, me and the TV are on the outs just because I don't want to be fed with all of this, shenanigery 24/7. I haven't turned on the TV in, it's probably been 2 months. And I'm not even joking. Usually the remote is somewhere rolled up, on the bed somewhere in the comforter. The remote, I'm looking at it, is way across the room. And it's been sitting there so long it has dust on it. That's how I know. I just cannot take in all of this nonsense. You have to protect your peace. Don't take to heart all of this stuff that's happening. All you can do is just pray for peace. We've seen things like this before with other countries. I'm going to hope and pray that the United States minds their business, because this is not the time to get involved with something like this. And I know that as a superpower country, we have certain, NATO and, all the different protocols of things like that. And, countries are going to do, presidents are going to do what they feel is best and fit for their union. But I just watching this stuff is so disheartening to me. I don't know that much about the Ukraine, but I do know how I feel as an innocent citizen of my country and not wanting to be a part of anything like this. And to be living in a rural area where your money-making ability and your livelihood success depends on your land and your animals and your craftsmanship, whatever it is. And to have that just taken away because somebody decided that your backyard needed to be blown up is just unbelievable to me. Especially for the innocent people. And they're just caught up in the middle of all of this. But that video early this morning really hit me because I'm like, these kids don't even know what the heck is going on. That they are in the middle of this horrific time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no idea what's happening. I think back to, the last time there was this level of unrest in that area was in the 80s. If anybody who is, if you're in your 30s, if you're in your, I would say, mid to late 30s, no, you got to be probably in your older 30s and older. For me, I'm in my 40s, so I remember the Chernobyl disaster, and that was a nuclear accident, and it was just absolutely horrible. I don't know. It's already a tough area. That area of Europe is already it's already the seat of so much unrest just from things like Chernobyl that happened in the past, and it affected both countries severely. Yeah, this is very tough to deal with. And that video just moved me in a way that I just was like, wow, And I want to give a shout out to the frontline workers, because you guys are the GOAT. I don't know how. I know there's been many frontline workers that have not been able to handle everything that's been going on, being exhausted from this pandemic. But those of you that are still in the game, oh my gosh, I don't even know. We owe all of you so much. We owe all of you so many thank yous, and you have kept us going. You gave us hope, As a person who lost a family member to COVID, man, like, you have to have a special kind of tenacity within your soul to get up every day and face a deadly disease that you every single day are being exposed to. You don't know what it's going to do. And I know people are like, oh, well, the casualty numbers are, less than a percentage and this, that, and the other. This is very true, but you don't know how you will react to it. You have no idea how you will fare if, God forbid, you contract COVID. You have no idea. You have no idea. I think people think, taking vitamins is enough and, all that sort of stuff. Really, it comes down to what your body is going to how your body is going to respond to the virus. Of course, all those other things help. Masking absolutely helps. But yeah, the frontline workers, you guys are doing things that I just can't even imagine. But again, another side note to this is, I know there's all of these technicalities of things behind the scenes that we know nothing about, but I just want the U.S. to just stay out of it, because we need nothing else to complicate our country right now. You know what I mean? We just don't. And, we'll see in the coming days how all this shakes out. But, definitely keep the Ukraine and these innocent civilians in your prayers. And, those babies being born, you can't stop babies from being born, I didn't really think, when these things happen, it affects people's everyday life. And all these folks were just going to the hospital to give birth to their child, and it's happening still in the middle of all of this. And they're in I guess like a red zone area. So it's very, very tough to see. It's very tough to see. So thank you to our frontline workers. Keep any countries that have been in unrest, and there have been several countries over the past, couple of years, 3 or 4 years, that have been in unrest. Keep the innocent people in your prayers, because no one asked for this. No one asked for this, and that's all we can do. I'm hoping that both sides come to some resolve. That would be wonderful, so we could stop this unnecessary bloodshed. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'm on Instagram at Onyx Queen Media, and you can always email me, hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.